You are now tuned in to the GNWY podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another GNWY podcast, and I'm super excited to announce this next feature guest. And not only is he hilarious, but I just found out that he's got a drip game on 10 for sure. First of all, introducing Jacob Wells, everybody. Make some noise for Jacob Wells.
Thanks, everybody.
Audience.
Please sit back down. My goodness.
They're trying to take pictures. Hold your applause.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car.
Yes. Bro, I appreciate you taking your time to come through, man.
Well, I've got a lot of free time. So
Free time, yeah. The corona's not really bothering you, yeah?
It's definitely affected like my haircut situation.
Your haircut situation. But you've been growing the mullet out for a minute, though, yeah?
I have, but it is starting to cause conflicts at home.
Why is that?
Well, I don't know, like there's products that we both like to use now with my wife, Lydia. Love her to death.
Yeah.
And I think
shout out to Lydia.
I think it's more of a jealousy thing than anything.
You have better hair than her.
Right. She's like, "Oh, I think you should cut that off." I'm like, okay. Why is that? Like, right. I know it looks beautiful, but I see her like kind of looking out of the corner of her eye, and I think she wants to have the best hair in the house, which she does.
Kind of.
Yeah.
We all know.
She won't watch this anyway.
Okay.
But no, but then the haircut places all open back up, and I always go to a place called the Annex, and I'll schedule it on there, and they're like booked for multiple weeks. Yeah. And I try to book at other places, just like Googling. And
you don't want to go to Supercuts. I mean, come on now. I mean,
I was Googling Supercut locations, but they were closing down at 7:00 last night. So I'm just gonna wing it because I've committed to getting a haircut. Yeah. I didn't commit how much of a haircut. So I'm gonna cut something off.
Of course.
Probably like just right here.
Get a fade, like fade it into the mullet.
I don't know if Supercuts does that, so that's why I probably need to.
That's why you don't need to go to Supercuts. Come on now.
Yeah, this coronavirus has been terrible.
It is,
among other things.
You
no
still
haircuts.
Look good though, man. You still look good. Yeah.
Thank you.
And let people know where the fanny pack came from. Is it really from the 80s?
It's retro from the 80s, and
like the Dare dog came to your school.
Yeah, Dare to keep kids off drug.
They gave you the fanny pack.
Well, I was homeschooled, so there was no one coming to my school.
Makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Thanks for.
Is no one coming to your school?
Nobody was coming.
You had
to my
no
school.
Parents there.
We had some dogs come to our school, and we ended up. They were called strays, and I could go into that.
And they brought the fanny pack.
I buried most of those dogs too. We had a very traumatic dog. Now I could go through all my dogs.
Why?
I don't. One of them tried to kill himself. Ralph, big Great Dane, chained him to the fence, and he jumped over the fence. But he had the chain on his neck, so he came home from church, and he was like, he's like 6 foot tall, standing up, and he didn't die that time, but he was like standing on his hind legs with the chain on the bottom of the other side of the fence. We didn't know we could get over the 6 foot fence.
Yeah,
that was a Great Dane. Then Tippy, he was a border collie, and he ran the neighbor's horse into a barbed wire fence, and so Dad said they took him to a farm. I know what that means now.
Yeah.
There's no farms.
There's no farms.
No. Then we got a Shih Tzu named, Hudson Taylor. He was a little... Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, he's kid-friendly.
He was like that big, and we were all really excited about him, but we lived out in the country, and so I think like a squirrel or something got him because he just disappeared.
A squirrel?
I don't know, but he was small enough where it's not like there's bears in Oklahoma or something, so something ate him because he just gone one day.
Vanished like a thief in the night.
Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I don't know. We're not here to talk about dogs. But then there was Rahab. We named her Rahab. My dad did because she was a prostitute because she showed up and had a bunch of puppies.
Oh, the dog was a prostitute. Okay.
Dog was a prostitute. So dad named her Rahab in the Bible, who was a prostitute and had a bunch of dogs, a bunch of puppies, and she didn't know who her husband was, so she was unfaithful.
So they all came out mutts, or was it just...
Oh, they were ugly.
Ugly.
We kept one of them. The rest of them went to a farm. We kept Butch, and then this is getting emotional talking about.
That's why you're laughing.
All my dead dogs. That's not laughing. We're crying.
Yeah, of course.
Butch got a skin disease, and like he had a mangy tail. He had a bald tail, and Butch got hit by a car.
Come on. Was it hit by a car or actually hit by a car?
He did not go to the farm. He he was, what did the neighbors tell us? I don't know.
The
I found
neighbors
out
tell
everything that I knew about my dogs growing up. I see it in movies now. Like, wait a second. Their dog went to the farm as well? Did you see Tippy out there?
Bring him back.
Where's Ralph and Tippy? Are they there? Oh, there is no farm.
There is no farm.
There's no farm.
Isn't that the worst whenever you find out that like all of the things you've been told growing up is a lie?
Yeah, and those were my dog's deaths were the only things that I'd got one of 8 kids, so there's 2 older brothers that pretty much ruined everything else for me.
Wait, you said you had 8 kids?
My parents did.
Right. I mean,
I don't
siblings.
have any. Yeah, I've got 8. I'm one of 8 kids.
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm top 3.
Top 3, yes. That's good.
There's 6 boys and 2 girls. Josh, Zach, Jacob, Caleb, Grace, Jeremiah, Mercy, and then William, because we're all Bible names except Will, because Dad said it wasn't working out with the Bible names, so he's like, let's mix this up and try something different. So, but Will's not done anything impressive either. So,
right. So it's just all in the parenting, yeah.
All in the parenting. Then my mom actually passed away, and my dad remarried like in 2008, another widower.
Wow.
And we picked up 4 fake siblings. So there's
fake siblings,
step siblings, I think is the politically correct term. But yeah, there's a dozen of us out here.
That is a lot.
We're out here.
A lot of wells, huh? Your
lot
dad's
of wells.
been drilling them wells.
He's drilling wells.
That's good.
The fake ones aren't wells. They're cobs because they were already born.
Got you. Yeah.
Before they
drilled the well. Yeah.
Before they. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Pre-drill.
Awkward at Christmases. There's never been a dull moment.
That's good.
Ever.
Obviously, because this conversation's going really well. So I couldn't imagine when you get 12 of you going.
Yeah, so. It's pretty wild times.
Is
a lot
a
of hurt
merge?
feelings. Nah.
You call the fake siblings fake to their face?
Yeah, I try to be honest with them.
That's good. I like that.
So it's a mutual. We get along just fine.
That's good. That's what's up.
Great people. Love my family.
That's good.
Even the ones I hate.
That's good. You got to. So for one, you said that you're a sneakerhead. And I want to jump into that. What's your favorite sneaker? Show the people what you got on right now. You've got Supreme Vans on. Not Supreme Vans, but Supreme Vans. That's amazing. Okay. Where'd you get them, for one?
I do a lot of eBay. Looking for eBay. Not Craigslist anymore. Way too dangerous.
eBay. I do a lot of eBay.
Just a lot of eBay.
That's good.
You know, whenever someone tells me that their favorite something is, you have to quantify it by, you can't say like, oh, the Patriot's my favorite movie. Like, how many times have you watched it? Like, well, I watched it twice.
Right.
And if you watch Napoleon Dynamite 100 times, well, that's your favorite movie. So with shoes, I can say like, the most shoes that I have in one brand would be Pumas right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they've got some...
The low top ones or with the gums or what
I've got a lot of them. So we should just bring some out sometime. I got some Rihanna ones.
Really?
Rihanna teamed up with Puma and they did a high top workout shoe. It's all, I mean... Alex, can you pull that up? Nope.
Show it on the screen.
Isn't the Joe Rogan show. But then they have all these, like I got some crazy ones that have a like they're pink and have leopard print.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you need to take that?
No, I got that. Call back later. I didn't even answer it. There's not even a microphone on here. No, but what I find, I always like. Also, I'm colorblind. Like don't have
You couldn't tell at all.
I'm missing a lot of the things that I can see. I think my color spectrum, like I can see 16 colors and you get to see 36 colors, something like that. So I can tell the difference between white and black. And
that's good.
If you say, there's a red and there's a green, I can tell that.
But so if they're on the opposite spectrum?
Opposite spectrums. But when it comes to like a blue and a purple or a blurple or... Blurple, yeah. My wife's like, that doesn't match right. Like, every day. So actually today I was like, what color is this shirt? Because I don't know. I know it's, she's like, brown. Oh, that's brown. And I was like, matches my shoes. She's like, oh, I was like, nice.
I did it.
Because it could have been red, or
Right,
it could have
right.
been, because
Do you think you got colorblind from being homeschooled?
Actually, it's a possibility, because I got two brothers that were in the military, and both of them are colorblind. So
Yikes. Wow.
it's a possibility, because
Been trapped in the house too long.
we spent a lot of time around, like, Crayolas and colors. I don't know, like, maybe I got a lot of stuff in my eye. A lot of wild things happen in the homeschool.
So you have workout shoes from Rihanna
Yeah.
and Pumas.
Yeah.
Do they look like training shoes?
Yeah. Like the Rihanna shoes kind of look funky. They look like a basketball shoe, but they're all sneakers. Rihanna's kind of look like space shoes. Like they're definitely different.
That's
They're
amazing.
very classy. I could wear them with a tuxedo.
Really?
Well, I could. Of course. My wife would not appreciate it.
Not a whole lot of people.
I'd wear these
pull
with
it
a
off.
tuxedo too. But
Yeah. That's what's up. You look like you kind of came out of Stranger Things in a way.
Man,
Like you could be an extra.
wife literally said that this morning. What's the guy who has the big hair? You know what I'm talking? He's like
Is the villain?
not
kind
the
of?
villain, the other guy. But I was like,
What's his name? Stranger Things.
What's his name, Alex?
Oh, the cop?
Gosh,
No, the kid. Will? Is it Will?
I don't trust
not Will.
Alex because he already said I look like Bob Saget earlier. So
He did say you look like Bob Saget. That is wild. That's the first time you've ever heard that?
it is the first time.
Bob Saget.
God, I was hoping for something better looking.
Danny Taylor. Back in Full House, everybody.
Yeah. Actually, that's what Alex said. How often do you get people telling you look like Danny Taylor? Like,
You mean
Gosh.
Bob Saget.
I thought today was going to be a good day, and it just ruined everything.
What a good way to start the podcast off, right? That's amazing.
Try and bring our guest all the way down to the bottom floor, hurt their feelings, and then everything's just uphill from
Go
there.
ahead, record. That's awesome. So you are actually employed by Hudeberg, yeah?
Yes, Hudeberg Auto Group. I've been there for a long time. I started in 2007
Yeah.
and had like a little bit of a hiatus, a midlife crisis in 2010 where I left and went to Vegas and Los Angeles and then came back in 2012 to
Midlife
Hudeberg.
crisis, you are not 50. So
Well, I know a lot of people are dying earlier these days, so I think
guess
the
so.
average age like 30 years ago of death was like 26. I don't know if that's a fact or not. I was homeschooled,
Look it up.
so look it up, Alex.
that's amazing. Yeah,
I get to write most of my history because it's
here and there.
yeah.
That's good.
Anything that I say, double check it, please, especially if it's historical.
Of course. Yeah.
It felt like a midlife crisis. So
We'll put the actual facts in the comment below. Yeah.
none of this was true. His shoes are Beyonce, not
Everything's a
Rihanna.
lie. Everything's a lie. That's amazing. So you've been working there for quite a bit, yeah.
Been working there for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Awesome organization,
Yeah.
not just because they haven't fired me yet.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
They do a lot for the community.
Yeah. With that hair, you probably sell quite a bit of cars.
I think that's probably one of the main factors of my success is my hair. And like biblically speaking, Samson, there's precedent for it. So
That's true. That's true.
I don't have a lot of physical strength, but I believe a lot of my cell power comes. It's like channeled through my hair.
Through the hair, yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense. But you kind of look like you working out a little bit.
It's just good genetics.
The bone structure really helps.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So you with Hudeberg, like y'all created something called Hudeberg Helps, right?
Yeah, we were actually just kind of getting into it. Hudeberg Helps, where we're trying to get out and highlight right before this. I don't know if you heard about it. Coronavirus thing started.
Oh, really? What
yeah,
happened with
it's
that?
some sort of news media nonsense. Right before that happened, though, it's
A world
really
pandemic.
starting to get into. But one of the things we want to do was highlight. Hudeberg's done a lot of stuff for the community over the years, where they obviously give a lot to charity. They
Yeah.
uplift a lot of different organizations, but they wanted to find another way to help organizations other than doing it monetarily. So we're just kind of getting into this Hudeberg Helps campaign where we're going to start highlighting different local and national organizations that we work with just to give them more exposure and do it through our resources over there. And I say our resources, but none of it's the Hudaberg.
It's all ran through Jacob Wells. He runs Hudaberg. That's it is what it is.
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
I'm climbing my way to the top. These are the guys that we actually, even with Generation Y, like they've helped out Fight for the Forgotten as well. But even for Generation Y, whenever we travel, they actually are the ones that started about a couple months ago.
Man, I don't have any record of time. This thing's thrown everything off. I don't know what day it is right now, but yeah, it was recently.
It's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo, bro.
Oh.
So
Cinco de Mayo. Oh.
May 5th.
Oh, I speak Spanish, so I don't. I don't. There. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you as well. I am doing Duolingo, though. 28
so you're bilingual?
I can bilingual if that means I can speak 2 words of Spanish, then yes, I am.
Yeah, that's what it means.
I'm trying to get to Trace Lingo, where I can speak 3, work my way up to Cuatro Lingo, and then just baby step it into Cinto Ocho or whatever. See, that's where I run out. If I knew that word, then I'd have like a Ocho Lingo. Anyways, what were you saying? By the way, should we not be wearing masks in here?
Should we not be? We're not wearing masks.
Should we not be? Oh, good. I thought I had mine on.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I mean we're risking it. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of rebels in this whole thing. We've been less than 6 feet apart this whole time. So look at us. Our knees are practically touching. So there it is.
I feel like
feel the corona.
The knee bump could be the new fist bump. Have you tried?
Probably less
I wasn't wearing a
though.
mask. We actually have.
Yeah. What is that thing full of?
Well, like I got like a Hudaberg.
You really are dedicated. I love it.
A Hudaberg mask thing, but I didn't really wear it a lot until I went to Sprouts, and I was the only person in there
with no mask.
With no mask on. So I just keep that.
You look like you're gonna rob the place for Hudaberg.
That's what everybody looks like, but it's really strange. And I don't think any of these things actually do anything.
Those don't. That's a book thing.
Oh,
have you ever had that in school?
A book thing? Golly, you love bringing up going to school. Wow, good for you. You got to go to a real school.
Zip. You rip it off.
That's how I make a point.
Right.
Get to go to a real school. It's kind of like an exclamation point. Right, when I zip my fanny pack, oh, you're in trouble.
It's on now. no playing games. Are those prescription or are they just like blue light glasses?
Oh, they're blue light glasses.
That's what's up.
Every time I don't comb my hair, I think I'll just put some glasses on.
There you go.
I actually tried to comb my hair today, and it just said no.
It said no?
I was trying to. Yeah, but there's a lot going on up here, and
really
and then it fights back.
You just jerk it?
Yeah, no, like spit the comb back out.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Will. It's got to be Will.
Are you talking about the villain?
No, it's the other guy.
Oh, Will.
Billy. No.
It's Will.
It's Will. Because Billy's the villain.
No, the one who dates the kid's older sister.
Yeah. The one that kind of turns around and is the now.
He's got he's got like the high hair. He's got
character.
Like and he kills people and.
Yeah, Billy, the like surfer dude that moved from California.
No, Alex.
Alex. Billy's the villain.
Does there not Google over there?
See how hard Jamie's job would be? Just
Will has the bowl cut. He's the kid.
Will's older brother.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is it Will's older brother? Steve.
Is it Steve?
It's Steve.
Yeah.
Steve.
Because he's over the ice cream shop.
Yes.
That's him. That's
God,
who he looks like.
I didn't think we would accomplish anything today, but I'm glad we got
really
to the
nailed that one
bottom
down.
of that.
That was all. We can wrap the podcast up now. Okay, so I don't even know what we were talking about, but for one,
You were bragging about how you went to school. Like, yeah, I went to school. We had
I did.
lunch lady.
I'm saying you're
It was awesome. Friends? Did you have any friends? Yeah, I had friends. 8 of them.
my mom.
And my mom.
Was she the one that was teaching you?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was.
Shout out. That's probably a hard job, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I can barely read at a 4th grade level. It's super difficult. Now, to be fair, I dropped out of college when I got in the car business, but I got I got a sister who's a nurse.
Yeah.
I have another brother who's a lawyer. I got
That's pretty impressive.
there's siblings that came out of the woodwork that were way smarter than me. So there was probably good education going on. I just wasn't having any of it.
Right. Because you wanted to graduate at a 4th grade level, yeah.
My mom was actually a special ed teacher before she decided to homeschool us. So she thought she was equipped. She had no idea. No idea.
4th grade, that's all I need.
That's how she knew when I was done. Like, all right, Mom, I'm done.
I'm going outside for recess.
Recess.
Right.
She'd be like, that's fine. And she'd
Make
lock
the
the
grilled
door.
cheese and
Yeah.
cut the crust, and I'll be back in. That's amazing. That's what's up. So but I was saying your mask is just like a book cover. That's what we used to have, and that's what it looked like.
No, this is a mask. It's not a book cover. Why would you stick a mask on a book unless the book was going to rob a bank or something?
That's not a mask.
You know, there's not one case
could
of
sneeze and it'll blast
books
through that
having
thing.
coronavirus yet, so it would be a complete waste to put.
Yeah, the
that.
Corona book.
I got this too, just in case.
What else do you have in there?
Well, in case like a basketball game breaks out, or doubles as a. This is a little bit thicker, so I could put this on.
Did you just under your nose
Yeah.
so you don't smell things?
Well, I could put it on. Number one, if basketball game breaks out, you want to be prepared because with these things going on,
The hair.
yeah, it's like it's drippy,
Are you
drippy.
good at basketball?
I'd like to think so.
That's good. Are you legit? Like, I want to know. Are you good at basketball?
I play a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
I'm a great shooter. So my dad played college basketball. Both my older brothers played college basketball.
Okay.
And they will all tell you that I had the best shot in the family. I was just super lazy though. So we had a homeschool basketball team.
Yeah, of course.
What's so funny about that?
You paused. You were waiting for the response. You said we had a homeschool basketball team.
But my senior year, I knew I wasn't going to start on the homeschool basketball team. So I transferred. I went and took a drama class at a Christian school so I could play on the basketball team and start.
Amazing.
So I'm good enough to start on a Christian school basketball team.
So when you transfer from like a homeschool team to another homeschool team, is that just another household, or what is that like? I just want to know the dynamic.
So the homeschool teams, there's quite a few basketball organizations in Oklahoma, but they pull from. We had guys on our team that lived in Norman, Edmond, Guthrie.
Kelsey that works with us, she was on Storm.
I played for the Storm.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So my older brother Zach played for the Storm. Yeah, and my senior
they're
year,
pretty good.
there's a couple different levels, and the Storm would always compete like at the highest level. So we play 5 and 6A schools. They'd get in all the big tournaments. Like if John Marshall had a tournament or Edmond Santa Fe has a tournament, PC North, the Storm, they'd invite the Storm to come play in it.
But you said you were lazy, so you just stood at one end of the court and they toss you the ball and you shoot?
I just didn't like running, like in practice, and so they're looking for effort out of people, and so I was running back there. We had a 6'8" post player, and I'd be back there like running next to him, and I weighed like 175 pounds back. So I didn't care enough about it. I was not planning on playing basketball at a higher level.
Right.
I was out there to have fun, and so. Like my older brother, like Zach tore his ACL 3 times. Josh had 2 ACL surgeries. Both my sisters tore their ACLs playing basketball.
Dang.
Like, so they're getting it hard, and I'm out here just kind of yogging a little bit.
Your
like,
neck's hurting. Yikes.
I broke my ankle in my junior year, like snapped off the tibia and the fibula playing basketball.
That's a lot of abulas.
And that's why I decided I just need to take it a little bit easier.
What part is that of your
The tibia, it's those knobs, those knobby things on either side.
of your ankle?
Yeah.
So
I'm not a doctor, but it's these bones that come down the sides. I broke both of them off like it went.
Yikes. Those look like a wishbone, how you just broke them.
Yeah, and my dad, he's like, well, if it's broken, it'll still be broken tomorrow, so we should probably just wait for the swelling to go down, because it was like this big.
Yikes.
And
Walking around with
anyways,
a saucer on
we
your
went
head.
to the doctor the next day, and like, yeah, they had to like cut me open and both sides. I got screws in there. It was a nasty break. Same break that Alex Smith did, and he almost died, the quarterback for
Wow.
He got like an infection or something.
And your dad just let you.
Dad was all about building character.
Stamina, character.
Oh yeah,
endurance.
We did not spend a lot of time going to the doctor.
That's good. I mean, you got 8 kids.
Yeah, well,
Insurance
like
is probably high.
we didn't have insurance.
They're even worse.
So Dad's a pastor, still is.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a ton of money floating around, and so medical plan was a lot of prayer involved.
Yeah. Need to ask the offering plate to go around a couple more times.
But what happened is that Dad's like, going to the doctor makes you weak. As soon as your body knows you're going to bail it out by going to the doctor, you just be sick for weeks. I got a couple fiddleback bites, broken bones, and then my body's like, I guess we're going to have to fix it ourselves because this dude's not going anywhere. Sure enough.
Your immune system is probably on 10.
Oh, yeah. I haven't missed it. I have not called in sick to work as an adult.
As an adult. That's good.
Now, as a child, I called in sick all the time to work because I was working part-time at a lot of places. But
Right. That makes sense. Where'd you work for, like, during your homeschool time and work around that schedule?
In homeschool time, the last job I had in homeschool time, I was working for GNWY, I think when I was 18.
Yeah.
And I was driving a forklift for GNWY. And after graduating, I ended up getting fired from GNWY for drinking on the forklift.
Dang.
Oh.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's
So
good time. You've got many hats that you wear pretty much over at Hudaberg, yeah. And then like whenever you come home, how do you kind of detach yourself from work and being like, you know what do you do like as Jacob Wells in your free time, in your fun time, all of your time? It's not all about selling cars for you, right?
No. In fact, working at Hudaberg's always been a temporary job for the last decade. That's what I keep telling myself. But probably be for the next 30, 40 years, it'll be my temporary job. I keep thinking I'm going to do something different, but I love it there. So now I'm just going to be there forever. But like free time, I don't know. I play a lot of basketball. I do a lot of writing. I used to, like when I went to Vegas and Los Angeles back, I thought I wanted to be a stand-up comedian.
You should.
And well,
why would you not?
Well, it's super difficult, evidently, and it takes a ton of work. And as you know, with my basketball experience,
the effort is
I'm looking for the easy way out this whole time. Like, okay, so how can I get millions of dollars and not have to do a lot of stuff?
Of course.
But no, the comedy trail is just littered with bodies of even the guys that are successful now. They're at the end of a 20-year trip to be successful. Gotcha. Guy that I've met out there, Theo Vaughn, he was successful when I met him back in 2010. Yeah. And he had been on multiple TV shows, Last Comic Standing, Road Rules. Yeah. He's still driving a Honda Accord back then, an old one, and like doing open mics and getting paid $50 for doing a show. And like by all intents and purposes, he had like a platform and people knew who he was, but it took like another decade of, he's got a podcast and basically building a multi-million fan base before it starts paying off. So and the difference, it's like you're either broke or you're successful, like in that world. So I kind of saw that. I was like, oh wow, this guy is funnier than the people that he's opening up for. Yeah. And they're in a Ferrari and he's hanging out with me.
Right. Yeah.
So,
but I mean, you could do it on the side, for a little bit, maybe build up some.
There is, and I've done a lot over the year. Like I've definitely dabbled, and then I've got characters. I don't want to, Chops and Charlie. I've got a.
Hold on. Wait. Are you say you developed these characters?
I've got some characters that I've developed that I've got a friend, Ryan Hawley, that we've...
Wait, you actually have a friend, or that's somebody else that you made up?
He's a real person.
Okay, there we go.
Also homeschooled. Met him in homeschool, but now he is not homeschooled because he went to college, and so he's college schooled. But he's a writer. He's in L.A.
And higher education will get you.
But we had characters that we actually started writing when we were like 13. We wrote these characters, Chops and Charlie. Yeah. And we shot a pilot, actually. It just got finished. We actually shot it 2 years ago, and it just came out of development. Not sure what we're gonna do with it, but it's like a
Yeah.
30-minute pilot for like a sitcom.
Yeah.
But like he had a full production crew, and we had Red Dragon cameras,
What?
and yeah.
That's amazing.
So I do that. Like I'm still like always dabbling into like the comedy world. That's what I love, making people laugh, and I like I know I enjoy that aspect.
Yeah.
Not willing to commit to doing that because I'm an adult now with responsibilities. That's another thing. All those guys that are in that comedy journey and acting, it's like you got to sacrifice.
Right.
Most of them are single
Yeah.
or divorced type of deal, and it's like a midlife crisis, and they get into it, and the second win, there's a lot of talent and luck involved. So anyways, I'm still dabbling, trying to get some. I've got a podcast that I'm trying to put together.
Yeah.
When I say I've got microphones,
Right.
so
And a multi-jack that can...
step one.
There you go. So, man, I want to have you on like a couple more times though, because you are hilarious.
Let's go,
And
man.
I'm probably gonna wrap it up though, because I think the camera's okay. Yeah. So yeah, but I appreciate you, bro, for coming on, taking your time. You got some? Was that from our knee bump?
Oh wow! I didn't know I hit you that
That's how
hard.
Corona starts. Just one knee bump at a time.
Well,
So, do you
having
want to? You say what?
thanks for having me, man.
Bro, no, thank you. I appreciate you coming through. What's some places that people can follow you at?
Oh, man, I don't know if I want people following me. Instagram, I'm Jacob Israel 86.
Okay.
And Chops and Charlie also on Instagram is where we post. We post lots of shorts, and I don't tell a lot. I try to keep those separated. Where,
Of course.
Where if my boss ever sees, like, who is this guy? Like,
I hope he does.
I don't know, boss. The guy's crazy.
I don't know.
He's
Put
crazy.
The mask on.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what's up. So follow the man. He's super hilarious, and we'll definitely have you back on again because you are a hilarious dude, man. Thank you
Good
so
to be
much.
here.
I appreciate you. This is another episode of the GNWY podcast. Thank you for tuning in.